Good morning, football fans across the world. Wherever you are, thank you for tuning in and welcome to another explosive edition of Unserious Analysis. The countdown is on the biggest football spectacle on the planet, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. For the first time ever, the tournament will be hosted across three nations: Canada, Mexico, and the USA. And it will feature a record 48 teams battling for football's ultimate prize. Tonight, we dive into everything surrounding the World Cup. Who are the favorites? Can the defending champions Argentina retain their crown? Or will the football legends one last dance on the world's biggest stage? Which dark horses will shock the giants? And what should fans expect from the most ambitious World Cup in history? Joining me are the usual panelists, ready to break down the groups, debate the contenders, and give their opinions on what promises to be the unforgettable tournament. So, join us in the conversation because the road to the World Cup glory starts right here, right now. Please, Innocent, uh, talk to our viewers and proceed.
Thank you so much, Isaac, for yet another opportunity to be live on the One with Live TV. We're so much grateful for our fans, the positive feedback, and everything that they really do to make us proud of what we do for them in the morning on Saturday. We are grateful we have come with a lot and a lot of things to do there. Let them tune in to move on. Over to you, Alex.
Alex?
Very good morning. Mwasire mchaba naffe. Once again tubaniriza on this live show and serious analysis. Warming up for the World Cups. Definitely we have a lot of news in stock for you. Discussions, controversial decisions. Looking forward to sharing all that with you today. Back to you, Isaac.
Ian?
Good morning, our dear viewers. Once again, we welcome you to yet this episode. We thank you for watching and interacting with us. We hope to share more knowledge about the world of sports, especially that never sleeps in terms of football. We really appreciate your views and watching us.
All right, thank you all. Ndowooza abasajja mbawulidde.
Isaac.
Yes.
Omulabi alinga scientist awo mu glasses. Omulabi wase professor.
Chemist.
Masters in renewable energy.
Anyway, guys, a few weeks ago, about 1 week or two, the Champions League reached its climax. By now, everyone knows who the winner is. But during the week, the Champions League team of the season was released. And one notable exclusion was the top scorer of the Champions League. Please, Ian, I know you were watching with keen eyes the Champions League, considering the interest you had in it. What are your opinions about this team of the season?
When I look at this team, it's not all about scoring. It's how impacting every player has been during this run of games. When you look at the selected team of the season, to me, they've been so vital to their different teams. And of course, it's not a surprise that most of the selected players are from those that made it to the final. It shows how impactful they've been throughout the season, how they've impacted the games, how they've changed the games. So I don't have any issues with anyone who has been selected. We've all watched the games. We've seen how these players have been so vital to their teams, to the stages where they've reached. So I don't have any hold up of the selected team. I think this is the best team for the tournament for this year.
Innocent, do you think it is warranted for Kylian Mbappe not to be included in this team?
Yeah, thank you, Isaac. I saw the team of the season. I want to go away from Ian's submission that it was so much all about how impactful everyone was in terms of their operations in the teams that reached the final and semi-finals, maybe. Because if the producer can get me that team of the season on the screen, you can imagine how best these players were in their teams, and the likes of Kylian Mbappe, the mere fact that they were knocked out from the first phases. If you have Nuno Mendes and Llorente, however much the Llorentes were actually Baba Giramu wali to semi-final, he really played good football. I would hope he's someone who would not be there, but then I remember the football played and the stage they reached. Vitinha, Rice, Olise. Really, you can really go still with Ian's submission that it was so much about what impact did they actually have to offer in their teams to the final. Kylian Mbappe was good. He scored nice things. He did everything. Ayinza n'okuba goal yatukubira eri mu bibinja. Yazikubira mu bibinja. Amala okikubira mu bibinja wano mu quarter ne semi. That's what we are there. Just thinking that way. But still, I would go for the those who had the advantage and the impactful bit of it in the team. This was a great lineup. This was a nice pick. Toyina Bunyomamu, Toyina Bunjam. Kutoka question ya Laurent oyo. I really need to do about why he is there, but the other people are very okay, I think, personally. Over to you, Isaac.
Thank you, Innocent. Naye nga nkyali naawe Innocent. Temwabadde muzanyi wa Man U. Ndowooza engeri gye mutabadde muzanyi wa Man U waliwo waneeno omu ku bantu baffe abalaba sheeno. I think the name is Eli. Eli is saying it's my birthday. Can you please sing for me happy birthday? Sebo engeri gy'otalina muwagizi wa muzanyi wa Man U. Eli needs a birthday song. Innocent. Innocent. Eli akusabye birthday song.
Ayagala muyimbiramu.
Birthday. It's Eli's birthday. So
Eli tukuyozayoza ssebo okutuuka ku myaka gino gyonna gy'otuuseeko. Sizoni ya 2007-2008 Nicolas Seneluka ng'amaze okuba akannya mu ngalo za kipa ne John Terry n'ajja n'akuba ku muti. Manchester United yawangula Champions League. Nali ndaba bulungi nnyo omupiira ogwo okukyonoka. Naye engeri gy'oyagala okuyimbira akalima ka birthday, mbadde nsaba nkuyimbire nti happy birthday dear
Eli.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Hey.
Kati Isaac ofuse backup singer.
Nze nkubalaga nali lwakuba nti nadda mbinene ebintu naye nze nali nkubalaga. Nze nkutika n'okutya.
Kati Erika nakatuweereza.
Anyway, away from that, guys, whoever is watching, if you're new to this channel, this is Unserious Analysis. So, ebintu bibera serious naye ate tusekamuko. We continue. Champions League, we saw some awards being given. Goal of the season, it went to Real Madrid's Federico Valverde, and the player of the tournament, and so much. Also, still about winning trophies. I know some football fans may not relate properly this season, like me. because we didn't win any silverware. But I'm not alone. There's also Man United fans. They've spent quite some good time without winning anything, so they cannot relate about winning anything this season. But
Isaac, speak for
Arsenal,
yourself.
Arsenal won something, and they held their trophy parade. Also, Man United fans, Bana Mwawangula play transfer of the season. Alex, do you think St. Lemons was a good pick for transfer of the season, or there are other contenders that you think would have made it?
Thank you very much. Without bias, I feel like San Lamens is by far the best transfer of the season. We've been joking about the Man United DNA and the algorithm that they were talking about, of how they want to track players that don't really have a name yet, but can be able to come in a big team with all the pressure and be able to live up to the expectations that we have. And if I'm honest, I was listening to the news. I'm like, there's this young kid from Antwerp, and what killed me is one of the people he was looking up to was Simon Mignolet. So my head was
Mignolet.
I could not wrap it around my head, thinking he's looking up to this ex-Liverpool funny guy. And without a doubt, Mignolet was actually a very, very good goalkeeper. And it felt like those are one of the few occasions in modern day time where I give kudos to the scouting team for Man United, that they went out, saw a prospect, and believed in the project and gave him a leap of faith to come to the team and take charge. And indeed, he has lived up to that expectation. And I can assure you that he can only do better, especially if the defense becomes more consistent. Because sometimes when they open you up and the defense is weak, you're able to leak in more goals. But if you have a midfield that is being able to cover and a defense that is really, really good, you can see what is happening to Raya. I mean, he's a very good goalkeeper, but the backline defense of Arsenal also does a lot to make sure that he gets in those.
I think as Alex is experiencing a bit of technical issues there, but Ian, Zubimendi was one of the players that were signed in the summer heading into the season. Do you think he must have had a say in who wins the signing of the season, or there are other players that you think would have made a good fit for this award?
Thank you, Isaac. On my end, well, he had a very good first half of the season where he impacted so many games and scored some bit of goals and assisted somewhere. Choosing him for the signing of the season, considering, this is something to do more of a good PR for some players. So Lamens has been good, yeah. But when you look at the team itself of United, they've had quite some players that have been impactful to the game. So it is more of the PR side. I believe there are so many good players that have been signings of the season. For example, I could choose Donnarumma over Lamens based on so many games that Donnarumma has saved them and how he made them, of course, to win the trophies, the two trophies they won. Zubimendi, he has been good, but when you look at the second half of the season, he quite didn't have it, because I think because him being in a new league and then the physicality of the league and then the minutes played, he somewhere lost the fit. So I don't think I would pick him as the signing of the season. He has been good, but not to my pick. I would go for Donnarumma instead.
Thank you, Ian. Innocent, what do you think about the award that was given to St. Lamens?
Well, St. Lamens, with a total of with a 67% percentage save ratio byabadde alina ku Manchester United okuva we yajja akoleddemu clean sheet mwenda mu Premier League. Sorry, clean sheet munaana. Beg your pardon. This has been good. Kati kwa wale mpira gya Manchester United okusinziira ku kitwe tulaba, he has been there for the team. Asevinze ebintu bingi, olumu olaba ggoolo olumu zandimedde. Buli mulaba nga ggooli munywako eba erina okumunywako. But to me, okwawukanako ne Ian, I would still go for St. Lamens without bias. The fact that I'm a Manchester United fan, not to that, but I think he really well deserved that. He has been good. Team agiberedde watu yandi mu bintu byonna ogenda okulaba nga waali asevinze guno abantu gamba we have felt that there is a very big difference between Onana and the recent goalkeeper St. Lamens. There have been a really great. There have been a rift, a very big one. The mere fact that we had a very good goalkeeping and now and the mere fact that he was signed in the middle of the season, that really helped us so much. So I think it was the best decision by the PFA and the Premier League at large to select him as the best goalkeeper of the Premier League. Signing of the season. Signing of the season.
Okay. Moving forward, away from St. Lamens, but still in the United camp, also Bruno Fernandes was given the assists record. I think he's about to win the PFA Player of the Year, and also Erling Haaland, top scorer, O'Reilly, Young Player of the Year, but still in the silverware atmosphere, Arsenal held a trophy parade. Arsenal yayigumiza ekibuga London. Si kyokka kyokka, wabula Bungereza yonna n'ensi yonna. The celebrations were wild. After 22 years, Arsenal won the Premier League and the celebrations were everywhere. Uganda was put onto the map, as in it was so amazing to watch the passion the fans exhibited. Ian, you're an Arsenal fan. Please, this is your time to shine.
Well, the excitement is still there for winning a league after so many years. So the parade was rightfully done. So I believe it came a little bit cold because of the loss of the Champions League, because the excitement was more. If the two trophies were all acquired, I think it would have been mad. When you look around all the world, celebrations were happening everywhere: Uganda, Kenya, in Asia, in the US, even the UK itself. So I believe it was something that people were eagerly waiting to do, despite all the slander, all the ridicule, all the trolls, all the banter that has been happening to the team over the last 20 something years.
AI.
Why? Ennaku zino kizibu okumanya nti kino kya AI oba olina kukitwala mu deep analysis to cross check. But for me, the thing that I go with are videos mostly. Pictures are so much altered. I choose to go with videos. When you look at the videos, it really says a lot about the win that happened. The excitement really says it all. The celebration say it all. Because this has been long overdue, being second for 3 consecutive seasons, and then it felt like it was never going to come. At some point, there are some games that happened over the season, and it felt like the trophy was going somewhere, somehow. But then also, we also give credit to that Arsenal team. They've been top of the league for the biggest part of the season. For the biggest part, so it has really been long overdue that the trophy was going to come at the celebration. So people planned, and the excitement was worth it. The celebrations were worth it.
Alex, as a person who supports Arsenal, how did you feel seeing all these pictures, the celebrations and everything? Also, I think you were stressing a point earlier on before network interrupted. Please continue. Stress your point. Take your point home and reflect on Arsenal's trophy celebrations.
You said as a person who supports Arsenal, I know where you stay. Anyway, I was sorry about the network. I was trying to close the issue of Salah Mendes. I hear you, Ian, when you talk about Donnarumma and Zubimendi. Thing is, to me, the thing is simple. I do not expect Zubimendi or Donnarumma to give us any less than what they have been giving us. So definitely, when you have Donnarumma coming, you know what he's capable of. We are looking at a shocker of someone coming from Royal Antwerp, and in a spell where Man United has got Onana, the best goalkeeper in the Champions League, and he comes in and we have a bit of comedy. Even us ourselves try to defend him and give up on him. And then this is a young boy who is coming into Man United, the peak of all the problems we had, and he calmed down the situation. So I feel like maybe they looked at them, but they felt like this was more pressing because it was a surprise. It came in from a player that we least expected. That is why he got the nod to be the transfer player of the year. Then about Arsenal and the parade, I'm not really a party pooper. I love people going out and having fun. But 22 years, definitely. If it was any less, I would be disappointed. If there are few people, I would definitely be disappointed. We had a discussion with a friend of mine online, I think last week, and he was going on about how they made
Alex, I think that ka network kai kakamuzemu ne kamukuba teke. But moving on, we shall get Alex back. The technical team is working on it. Moving on, but still in the Premier League, we had a transfer that might seem to be very significant and have a big impact on the league next season. Liverpool confirmed the signing of Andoni Iraola as their manager a few days ago. Ian, do you think Andoni Iraola was the right fit, or is the right fit for Liverpool to get to contend with Arsenal and give them a run for their money next season?
Well, being an Arsenal fan, I do not fancy that man so much because he's one of the few managers that have given Arteta a headache in the league based on his style of football. When you look at what he has done at Bournemouth in the last 3 seasons, he's actually good. He has been there 2 seasons. He's actually good when you see how he has transformed them. Because at some point, Bournemouth were on the verge of dropping and even almost going back. And then he came on and he has turned around things. He has gotten them European football, which is good. Now, with his profile and his experience in the Premier League, I believe he's going to do much more on Liverpool. The way how Liverpool plays, it is not so much different from how Bournemouth have been playing. When you look at, they thrive so much on counter-attacking football, which has been the same way how Bournemouth has been playing. When you look at how Bournemouth has won games this season, yeah, they had a little bit of some patch between January up to around March where they were drawing most of the games. But either way, you can say that maybe it was a limitation on resources, on the player injuries, because Bournemouth were also unlucky at some point. They had so many injuries for key players. But he has transformed them. He has given them some bit of identity that now Bournemouth is a team that can be mentioned when you're speaking about serious teams in the Premier League. When you say about contending for the Premiership next season, definitely I believe Liverpool is still a team that has the quality of the players. With a few additions, I believe if they are able to replace Salah properly, and I still believe they haven't replaced Nunez and Jota. Those other players they have they're lacking a little bit. So with a few signings, if they make the signings right, him being there early enough, he will be able to spot the right talents that he will need for him to be competitive. However, it will be a little bit challenging to him considering that where he has been, they've been only playing domestic competitions, but now they are going to be playing also at an European level, and the number of games increases, the demand also increases. Tactics now are supposed to change because he will be facing teams from different countries where it requires him to approach games in a different fashion. So, yeah, Liverpool as a team, few additions they will need because they still have quality players. Few additions they will need for them to be competitive for the next season. And then with the manager, I believe tactically he's good. He will be able to give a good run for the competition for the next season.
All right. Thank you, Ian. Alex, we have one Nathan Mwonge here saying Alex is intentionally missing his network when he's about to compliment Arsenal.
I agree.
Please, Alex, don't mess up with your network. I'm still holding you to what you were saying. Please continue as after you reflect on Andoni Iraola's appointment as Liverpool manager.
Thank you. I think it's Mwonge who is playing with my network, because every time I'm trying to say something good about Arsenal, he doesn't want. He wants to keep me in that in that zone. But definitely very good to see. I am all for football. I loved how they came out. Very, very many people. I have a brother-in-law who flew from Netherlands to just go for the parade in the middle of the week. Definitely losing all that money just to show up for Arsenal. Very, very beautiful to see. And I honestly, I live for that. I live for that. We want to see that. I was saying, if we didn't have that, if we didn't have the record numbers, I would be very, very disappointed with the Arsenal guys. I don't know if Prince traveled, Isaac. We're waiting for his live videos for the parade, but definitely it's beautiful to see. About Andoni, my worry is when we had the transition from Klopp to Ancelotti, the Liverpool fans were able to see silverware. Definitely, they took the EPL. I don't know if they're prepared for something that might come a little bit different from Andoni, because I don't think he's going to come through and be able to get the EPL. The only consolation would be if people are mature enough to understand that he's going to rebuild and a lot of things will happen. When we got transfers of Ekitike, Isak, I felt like Liverpool was definitely in the running race to make sure that they take the EPL, but it was not the same. So it's not about having the squad. There are lots of things in there. When you look at Andoni's record, I don't think he has handled a big team. I know sometimes we say yes, that, but it is something that is really big. Are you able to handle the pressure? Are you able to handle the media presence? Are you able to handle egos of different players there? So definitely there are lots of questions, but tactically he's not someone you can put aside. We've seen it in the 2 seasons he has been there. He has been giving us consistency. So it is not my prayer that he succeeds, but we'll definitely see what he does with the backroom staff, what he does with the new addition. So it is something we need to look out for and see if we can really make it. We need to see a change of narrative. We've had a lot of impressive prospects coming from smaller teams and failing at bigger teams. I hope the script changes. My mind is saying the script should change, but my heart says he should fail and we have Liverpool going to another slump for more 15 years. But looking forward for bigger things from him.
I don't know if I should thank you after that last comment, but okay, thank you, Alex.
I don't mean well. I don't.
As I'm coming to you, Innocent, waliwo ekibuuzo wanene kizze, but nze kinyinze. Bakumu is saying yayugumiza kiganye mu luzungu. So tuyambe ko yayugumiza kyeki mu luzungu. Okuyugumya in English?
Yayogumiza nti bwezangenda kusooka kwebuuzaako ku mbuga nga sinaba kutudda mu nnyinza okukola ensobi.
Anyway, by the way, Innocent Chirabo is a person that works with Grimasu Investments Limited. Be batteekamu ensimbi wano, woba onoonya omusenyu, woba onoonya concrete blocks, clay bricks, plaster sand, whatever kind of sand, yellow washed aggregate stones, please reach out to Grimasu Investments Limited. Basangibwa wali eri ku Kisache shopping mall level 2 Ntinda. Yeah, I think I got that level 3 Ntinda. Basangi ku Kisache mall. Ebintu bya babiletera ku Sino Trucks, but at very affordable prices. So do not hesitate to obo inayo ka project ko zimba, obo inayo mukwano kwa zimba, mulagire ku Grimasu Investments Limited bamwe bizimbisibwa. Innocent Andoni Iraola. One of the few of the transfers that are being mentioned is Yan Diomande, Bradley Bakola. This could be one of the two, one of the first signings for this guy. What do you think of his appointments and the profile of players they are looking at?
Thank you so much, Isaac. Tuliku level 2, shop number 6 and 7. Grimasu Investments. I wanted to correct that. What series were good? So the
Neyanziza sebo kuntereza muka.
Kakati badde ngezako kusoma wano ku Graham Potter. Omanyi luli nakola submission yemu. I actually did some submission about Adani Raiola. We were talking about him having a good season, taking Bournemouth to the Europe and everything like that. Graham Potter akugamba nti he felt immense pressure, even revealing that his family received death threats during a 6-game winless. Bamusakinga April 2nd, 2023. Yamalawo emyezi 8 gyokka. Omuntu gwe bappointinga mu 2022 ndowooza nga November gwako. What does it mean? I'm going to maintain my stance. Adani Iraola is a very good coach, no doubt about that. We have seen him do wonders. We have seen him at the end of the season coming in for Arsenal 2-1 ku Emirates n'abakuba omupiira bapasa omupiira paka mu dakiika ya 9 n'abakuba omupiira gol 2. Tumulabye agenze n'agamba I'm not doing this to only Arsenal. He got Man City n'akwata Man City yonga yo n'abakuba omupiira. Agenze ku Manchester United abagambi mu Old Trafford mwebani abakutte embali. So we're talking about a good coach.
Yeah, that was Trafford yawe yabakwatira ddala ebipale nayo kuba n'abiyuzayuza.
But we're talking about a coach who we are speaking about Bournemouth. That is well not equivalent to Brighton year season, if you remember, Graham Potter year 2021. This has been the same. Brighton year 2021, Bournemouth year 2025 and 26. These are same teams in terms of performance. What to the Brighton why am I saying this? Adani Iraola is a very good coach. I'm so happy about his appointment at Liverpool, but we are not ruling out what the big teams are doing with small coaches who have come. I give you examples here about the small coaches that have come from their small teams where they have performed effectively and they have failed at big teams. Example, Sausage Nkwade ya Graham Potter. Enda kuwa Ruben Amorim or Sporting CP ya Bayern Sionange mwana. Actually, when Manchester United called in, he had no another second thought in Giovanni Rose yagendera okubanga he knows what it means to be at Manchester. These small coaches, they may know what it really means to be at the big clubs, but they don't know what it takes to be there. Now, what fan base, now what big investments, now what big the players, the old players who have been there, name for Manchester and name for Manchester. Money in our garden. enaba Scores, enaba Roy Keane, aba team endala ba Ian Wright, ba Michael Richards, ba Thierry Henry. These people are on the media. They are trying to speak unto you. They are trying to pressure you. Era lumundu was Ruben Amorim ngali ku Manchester wagamba nti tukoze kyetukola naye bagali ne Villa ndowooza balina kye bagenda okwogera ng'akulaga nti kino kimuyingira ddala bayogere nti abifuna to close them. So I don't know being a good coach, no doubt about that, but my only worry is it has been difficult to find a smaller coach. Okay, not a smaller coach, but a coach of their CV perform at the big levels. This has not happened. And that's why when Real Madrid, Palace was the Bialum Subigan, Palace Abero Waligan. It sounds like they're opting for older coaches. But Jose Mourinho, it sounds like Nori the singer, Omukulu Frontino Perez, the singer of the Carolero, yes, signing here, Jose Mourinho. So my point here is, however much good Adriano Irola has been this season, will he maintain it at Liverpool? Now, for example, yashokirira ya Graham Potter, batukana okutiisatiisa family n'agamba naye sika mulimu omuntu ayinza emyaka 5 n'agamba kankole ki kangende. So he's a good coach. We're not doubting his tactics, the way he plays football. He has been playing flowing football. Everybody was enjoying it. Silver n'otuuka ku final ya Champions League ni mwezi bira bagati tugwirumbi. So my point here is, will he really get this? Bournemouth, Nachireta for Liverpool, with good players like Ekitike who are recovering maybe like in January. Issa Kanyanja Kuba Komio, Aina Makate Malonga, Aina Zobosola, Aina Makalsta, Aina Gravenbach. With silence, Kati, Ogabiku, Yandiamondo. Yandiamondo Yagami, Nade Soma statement Yagami, Kumbabuto, Mama Wagira PS in a tata. Raga, but nature could be. It is the best team in the world. Watching an ambassador and Isambira could mean to pull your Burundi. So that Arina Kubalu for Zeno Liverpool. But it's all about how they actually handle the market when they get in for him. But he's a good player. I've watched him in Ivory Coast versus France. I watched the match. It was a very good match. Yandiamondi Yaraga, you're showcasing him in Rindi. So for Liverpool, but Liverpool, they have a lot of players who play the left wing forward. I don't know how they're looking about that, but he's a good player. No doubt about it. I saw him; he has done things, and what the one Ibrahim Konate contract in India, or the nafuna bayinza okumuwa akasente akalungi Liverpool byo tiimu njavu bweti badde sikimanyi
anti munnaye gweoyinza okuba olina ekiti kyeweerabiramu naye ng'ate abakulaba nabo balina bye bakulabira
oba gende
omusaala bagabamu n'emmere babawo emmere enkalu ne batopinga
producer Alex mugjeeko Mike Anyway, thank you, Innocent. Alex, as I'm coming to, but I'm going to go back to Ian a bit. Ian, between what do you think of these managers that have come up, the younger managers, and the comparison between the younger managers and the old age?
Thank you, Isaac. When you look at football management, it's more of course, there are things that happen on the pitch, and then there are things that happen off pitch that impact so much the game, and they are really so detrimental in how the team's success will happen. I've seen this with Arteta and with a couple of other young managers that come from the small teams, as Innocent has mentioned, that some may prosper and perform, then others fail. When you look at the managers who usually come from those small teams, in terms of resources, there are a few factors that impact their success on the big clubs that they join. You find a team like Manchester having all the resources to buy as many players as they can, pay as obscene salaries as they pay. But then again, it now also goes back to the external pressure that comes from the media, the commentators, or the analysts. The pressure really impacts the performance of certain managers, and then also the politics surrounding the players themselves when they join the team. When you look at, case in point, the time when Emery joined Arsenal. Emery joined Arsenal at not so a good period, but the players, he inherited players that were from Wenger, and of course Wenger had a legacy with the team. And then when he joined, everyone was like, he's a winner, he has been winning. But then he reached at a point where he didn't get much respect from the fans themselves. The media itself did not like him as a manager. He was a winner, yes, but he didn't get much respect. So everyone did their job to push him out. The management was not happy, the fans were not happy, the media was not happy, the players themselves were also not welcoming to him based on his style of management. Then when you look at how Ancelotti he was lucky in the first season based on how the performance of the league was. So many things were changing, both in the league and also to do with Europe. And then the players that he inherited, they were good players. So it gave him an edge to perform because he was still having that blueprint of what Klopp had left behind. So looking at how Areola will be at Liverpool, it is now going to be more of how the management and the fans welcome him. Because him as a coach, he's a good coach, but then also how the fans welcome him and how the management receives him will be so vital to his performance in the league and to the team itself. So when you look at other teams, when you look at, let's say, Innocent mentioned about Liverpool, rather Madrid getting Alonso. Alonso, I believe, is still a good coach. He's going to do much more in Chelsea if the management does not interrupt in how he performs. At Madrid, you can say he was unlucky because I think the fans did not embrace him so well, and so did the players. So it gives a challenge on the managers themselves. Then, of course, the pressure for winning. You join a team that has been winning, and then people start slandering this, like the external bodies, like I mentioned. So Osanganti, so their forces is really outside the league or the team is determining how the coach is going to perform. So it is important how the fans and the management welcome the new manager for their success in the team. For me, that's what I think. Over to you, Isaac.
Thank you, Ian. Looking into the comments, we have Asha here saying we are live in Qatar. Big up, Asha. Thank you so much for tuning in. We also have Matthew saying the only pressure I think Iraola will have is to make last summer's previous signings shine. He also goes ahead to say, how about Adam Scott, who would be a better fit in Liverpool? Innocent, what do you think of Matthew's comments? Adam Scott and Wharton.
Abadategeeza Adam Wharton ne Alex Scott.
Yes.
Alex Scott oyo wa Bournemouth kasijja kuba wakati, in fact kuviira gwa Arsenal ne Bournemouth ke kakutula Arsenal kakikuba eyo goal eyokubiri yaddako kalungi no wakati era kandi kakola comments kavuga bamuli bakabuuza why do you think he didn't feature for the World Cup selection. Nekagamba nange newunyize nnyo nakejje ku match nadde neebase actually nga nkimanyiira kubaako naye balonda basambi naye nange nali ndowooza mwendi, but it's unfortunate. Actually naye yayogedde nga Maguire lwaki tebamuyise, but Alex Scott is a very good coach. I mean, he's a very good player, and Adam Wharton, actually they all play composed football just like Kobe Maino. Kobe Maino abadde so outraging Amorim bamugobera. Then the previous coach Michael Carrick selected him for playing, and he managed actually to bring his roots up. And that's him being called up for the England squad. Alex Scott is a very good player, and Adam Morton, both are very good. But Liverpool at the moment, and then I could have comment it's the best team with the best midfield. They've a single midfield in Munji Mubongereza. Go in a Gravenberch, or in a McAllister, or in a Zobosolai. Okay, the mere fact that they're going to play very many tournaments, Alex Scott is so later. Ate jukira influence ya coach we kati yagenze ku Liverpool kati naye basobola okuyingiramu awo. I think bacoach bano balina nnyo banakantu. If they leave their teams, they actually come with players. Ndowooza tujja kutaako ndowooza nnyo ku Ruben Amorim yali agenda okukola. Actually transfer gyo kaleeze yalina kujja mu Manchester United, but Arsenal ndowooza in one or the other they managed to snap him away. But these coaches who actually get teams, Jiringa Isaac Issa onafuna omulimu ku Sky Sports. Noga abana ine n'abasajja bange ngenda nabo gundi gyali ajje. Alex
Simuleka ngeri ku Sky Sports.
Ari ku Sky Sports naga abasajja bange basatu babiri tujje nabo bajja kukola omulimu gwe twetaaga. So the same thing with these coaches. When they leave their former teams to their new employees, they actually tend to come with these players. Adam Morton, Alimu Crystal Palace, he has been good, he has been consistent, though he has been playing wise. Oh my God, even he won the MVP, man of the match award in the UEFA Conference League final. He has been good at Crystal Palace. Left him alone, then Alex Scott too. So I think if the best option, which I think will be likely to happen, would be Alex Scott ku Bournemouth. The mere fact nti alina influence ya coach we nti kati yagenze ku Liverpool. That's what I think personally.
Thank you, Innocent. Moving on, we also know that Adam Morton is on Real Madrid's radar. They are also looking at him. So, Alex, do you think between Adam Morton and Alex Scott, who would be a better fit for Liverpool? Alex,
no ebintu byamwegaanye.
Network emuzanya.
Anyway, moving on, but still at Liverpool, Dominic Szoboszlai was voted the player of the season. I think that is without a doubt the best pick that was available according to the performances that Liverpool had throughout the season. It stands out. And also one of the Premier League's best right back of all time, that is Andy Robertson, ended his very, very illustrious career at Liverpool and decided to join Tottenham Hotspurs. Ian, do you think this is a step in the right direction for Tottenham to sign Andy Robertson?
Well, Tottenham have struggled a little bit defensively over the last 2 seasons. And looking at how Robertson has been, and then, of course, defensively, and then on the creative side, because when you look at all their fullbacks, I really have problems with Tottenham's fullbacks. Either Spence or there's some other guy who plays, or Romero. He has been on and off. Then the creativity has. So on Robertson's side, Liverpool has been so demanding in that it now exerts a lot of pressure on him and his performance, and based on his age, he can no longer run so much. He can no longer physically compete with most of the attackers in the league. But when he goes to a team like Tottenham, who needs more of the numbers, and then, of course, their pressure now reduces from last season because now they've survived, having gotten a new coach. Robertson will thrive under De Zerbi, since he's one of the best passers I've seen as a fullback in the league. He's so accurate with his crosses. So to me, he will work well so much for them. He will add on to the numbers that they need, and he will be able to help Romero on so much in terms of relieving his pressure in terms of creativity. So yes, he will work so well for them. He will really be he's going to be a very good addition to them. That's what I think.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ian. Moving on, some clubs release their new season's jerseys. Innocent ebintu bino eby'emijozo bitegeera nnyo sebo. Liverpool ya launchinze akajozi ka season ejja. I think also Chelsea, Real Madrid. Please take us through what you think of the aura these jerseys give off.
Njezi gino olumu kale nga Ian yayogedde nti abirivingira nnyo mu video olumu ebifaananyi babigira nnyo ne bakisuusa ogenda otuukako mujoozi nga tekivaayo so kati nze olumu nzira gulaba physical wali nengenda wali ku jazesi tewentebe gigula naye ndaba nawo okay. But the best team that has been producing very nice jerseys for the last 5 years has been Ajax. Ajax omugirabira awo kapira katono bakuba kapira katono nnyo naye bino ebintu by'okweyambaza babisobola. When you look at the Liverpool jersey, obutuli bwe bataddemu gundi obwoya bw'enkokoozi n'ensejjere, it looks
musajja gwe ate nga mbadde njagala ngukuteekemu
nja kuba neyanzise naye it looks to me I'm just trying to kati era kyekikyonga nti wano gulaba nga gulinga ate ogutali ekivaayo naate ogenda ogutuukako nga masavu. So majorly ebintu bya jerseys ebintu by'okwambala the wears, I mean it's so much good when you have seen it physically, but when you watch it on the internet eringa mmere kati bakola graphics wa restaurants ogira akamere konna nga kali kalungi n'olaba nga kafaana bulungi ogenda okukatuukako ng'ettooke basinzeeko siigi and you imagine. So but for purposes of jerseys it's so much good to describe them physically ng'okukutteko with touch ogulabye ne material atya kati design kano kavudde katya naye kati waliwo kamera yagenze wali mwina effect yo bagiyita batya lighting n'akwongeramu ku lighting nateekamu obwoya bw'enkoko ensejjere and it looks a bit okay but I need to first see it. Yes, sir.
Okay. In Spain, the elections are heating up in Madrid specifically. Florentino Perez is, after so long, is going against Riquelme, and Riquelme is proving to be a very, very, very strong contender for this position. Starting with you, Innocent. What should we expect from this race? Florentino Perez ekintu akite oba asigale nga akikwatamu?
Yeah, tandikire wa story ebedda ndigoberera. I've been following it from the day it started. Enrique Riquelme, or your Spanish businessman, in a company with Cox Energy, but in renewable energy field. Mobile Mukaga, and there was a woman he announced his candidature for the women president against current president Florentino Perez. On Oguava, Riquelme, he is allegedly believed to have hired very many news reporters to write ill about Florentino Perez. But I've been seeing their interviews. Bamuchaziza hoko chanemo ko Spain. He's a very arrogant man, Riquelme. Enrique Riquelme, very arrogant. Yatuse no gamanti. Nze bana banguze. Bana club baba nanoze ngenda kusayingira o Haaland. You don't speak to players who are in contract with the other teams. Ngenda kusayingira Rodri, njagala Jurgen Klopp agenda kujiro ngenda musayiningira oyo. Haaland yasayininga contract ya myaka 9 n'ekitundu ku Man City. Afune emitwalo 5 buli week. Contract yetu natuka kuna half of it. And you're speaking about a player who is on contract boldly on social media, on other airwaves. So Riquelme, Yeah, he may be having his money, he may be having his ambitions as a person who at one point wants to take over at Real Madrid presidency.
Innocent,
Mm,
let me interject a bit.
mm,
At one point, we saw Fiorentino Perez make such promises, and he fulfilled them with the most outrageous transfer that the world has ever seen.
mm,
Luis
Cristiano.
Figo from Barcelona.
Mm.
mm,
He got Luis Figo from Barcelona, and no one could believe. Figo was at the peak of his powers. He got him. He made the promise. Figo was still under contract, but he was able to get him.
mm.
So, if the same situation it applies to Riquelme, you cannot really say that's why I think they have a way they do their things.
According to Fabrizio Romano, I think on Wednesday, with the outrageous information, he came out and gave us a bulletin where he was saying Man City are looking into Riquelme's statements that he made recently, and they are trying to take it into law. That's where I best to say that Riquelme arrogantly, maybe I don't know, but he might have arrogantly said that because in most cases, Isaac and our dear viewers, ojja n'otandika okwogera nange ng'ate okimanyi nina contract mu ttiimu endala guba musango professionally that's a big crime. But then my point was, the point I was stretching is Riquelme as a person, ye alina ambitions ng'omuntu, but nalabyeko ku Roberto Carlos nga bamubuuza, I haven't yet followed up how really they have to vote. I think it's tomorrow or today. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, so it's really gonna be it's gonna be fire in that segment, and for the first time I think Florentino Perez akazita akawulidde akasajja kamuleetera kwogera ebigambo kalimba n'amawulire tekavaamu, but because of his legacy and what he has done for Real Madrid at the moment from all the years he has been at the club, because byonna newankubadde balabadde bamuakuzinga okuba nti takyasobola, he's unfit to be the president of Real Madrid, but still, according to his legacy, I'm going to, from 5 to 10 years, I want to be the president. I'll leave, but I still have things I want to fulfill as a person before I leave the presidency. But he has been good. He has had a good legacy, and I want good day as I need and sure, he has been good. Now the dance, but they call that Florentino Perez. Simanyi Isaac, Saidi wadde kulonda nsebo. Abasaiba bonna bola basayinize. Ronaldo, the Figo, Beckham, Kaka, and many others. So
uno mulembe mutebi. Omulembe omutebi. Abakadde tetubagala.
Tanya Tufuga, who is the president of Uganda?
Tugende maaso.
Over to you, Isaac.
Ian, Riquelme promised Real Madrid fans to get them Jurgen Klopp and Haaland. Do you think this is enough pitch for him to get the seat?
As football fans or as sports fans, we always want to see something new happening in the sports scenery, whether it is a new player, whether it is a new manager, or whether it is new form of management. Like you see how there is new jerseys every season. Like we always want to see something changing in terms of football. Now, Madrid is one of those clubs that thrive so much on media engagement. When you look at, when you interact with their fans online, they are one of those rage baiters that you will ever find on the social media, and then they will do anything. They will do anything to publicize something through the media, whether it is mainstream, whether it is social media, anywhere. You will find them having articles in Marca, articles in almost everywhere, and they are creating havoc on media. So Riquelme is one of those guys that have really given Perez some bit of headache with the ridiculous promises that he's giving them. And of course, this is unsettling the Madrid camp based on how they are driving it through the media. And I believe it is giving them it is giving them a hard place where they are either thinking of seeing something new or maintaining what has already been existing through Perez. Perez has given them quite a bit of success in 20 years. He has been there 20 years. 20 years. I think there is a period where he was not president, but then he has been
Yeah,
president for 17 successful years. So in
yeah,
those 17 successful years, he has given them quite success. A couple of Champions Leagues, a couple of league wins. He has given them, signed them big name players. Currently, we're looking at one of the biggest signings that he has made as well. That is Kylian Mbappe, where I believe Madrid makes one of those signings that you would not find any other team making throughout their course of the season. We no longer see teams doing such huge signings except for Madrid. So I believe what Requiem is promising, these days we are seeing things shifting in clubs. They are able now to retain because the competition and the money, if it is to do with money, nowadays, either it will be on the players' preferences to move from where they are to join Madrid, or if it is to do with money, because nowadays clubs can match up with the money. So with what we are seeing in the media and how Requiem is driving things, how they are making a lot of buzz, it is classic Madrid. Will he be able to deliver the signings he's promised? I don't think so. But can Perez do the same signings? I believe he can. So
Because
I
he has
think,
done it.
sorry?
Because even he has done it. Pereza because it.
Yes. So I think Requiem is just giving them promises to create change in the camp. But I don't know. I don't think he'll be able to pull the same stance that Perez has done. Over to you.
okay. Thank you, thank you, Ian. We are today we were unable to have Shaban with us, but he's here in the comment section saying Alex and Laika Mobile have something in common. Shaban, tugenda kusaba sente za kalango kalaika. Anyway, moving on, but still in the Madrid camp. Jose Mourinho was confirmed as the new manager to take over from Abiloa, who was, I think, interim manager. And also the other signings is Konate and Denzel Dumfries. Ian, please, what do you make of these three signings so far that Madrid has? They received a here we go from the most reliable source, Fabrizio Romano.
If you look at Madrid this season, if there is something that they've really struggled with, has really been their defense. When you look at their entire backline, Militao has been having a lot of injuries. Then you have their captain, who Cavalier, I think didn't he leave the club? Wasn't he? I think I remember reading something like that. So them adding Konate, he will be a good profile for them. Yeah, the Premier League is a little bit different from Spain. As a defender, I think he will also work out for them. Then Dumfries is also good moving through the wing. He will be good for them. If there is anything that Madrid need to focus on is getting their defense in shape, because I believe teams have capitalized against them because of their shaky defense. So these are good signings, in my opinion. They are good signings, especially them being defensively good. So they will give them a good defensive cover, and probably they will stabilize that back line. So they will impact so much in terms of defense.
Konate has struggled a lot this season at Liverpool. Innocent, do you think he will be able to live up to the standards that Real Madrid requires?
I just struggling. What will get there? Naenze Konate, I see him in a very different perspective. He's young, first of all. akyali muto wali kutebiri ogwo gwalina obunene naye nga Konate omu ku basambi be nga babadde bato, and he had a lot of time to improve. He has a lot of time to improve. Olaba ne ku France sibo ku bastrika balina abangi Konate okuba nga atandika asobola okutandikawo awo ne Dayot Upamecano oba lumu n'atandikawo ne kati William Saliba wuyo ne waali. So I really think ndowooza bino ebintu by'omusaala byabalemye akasente kaagaanye nga mulina budgeting ebintu bingi n'agamba wa kangende abayinza okumpa akasente eno ku Madrid, but I mean he's a good player and I think he has a lot of time to improve himself at the moment. So kagende ku Madrid tulabe ate bano abasambi ba Mourinho bennyini bayagala ab'emifumbi tukakubakubakuba tugende bakubikirire kikiwo kyasi, you know that is a fact. Ono Alex akimanyi wadde like mutawaanya naye we can testify he's young and bold. Let's hope for the better as things emerge at Madrid. Over to you, Isaac.
Alex, welcome back to the show. Omanyi kati tukwaniriza ng'omupya. Oli ku view once. Anyway, what do you think of the three signings that Madrid has made so far in Jose Mourinho, Ibrahim Konate, and Denzel Dumfries?
My question is, if Florentino Perez is not elected, has Mourinho been 100% confirmed?
By what we can go with, they received a here we go, and there is nothing that gets better than that.
All what we are trying to say is the election is like the one for Uganda. Agenda okuwangula tumumanyi.
I don't know, but I think maybe it won't have an impact on the signings that have been made so far.
Yeah, I see. I feel like Konate has Mourinho written all over. Like, remember we said in the last the Sunday shoot, I was definitely looking at those tall players and how Innocent has said Abasajja Mifumbi 100%, that should be Mourinho at the back pulling the shots. And I believe this is what they need, because you have to get players that are tailor-made for a specific coach that is coming in. I believe very, very good additions. Those are players that Mourinho wants, players that come and want to die on the pitch for you. Konate should have a bit of more consistency from what he has been giving us, and also his in and outs in terms of injuries. If that is worked on, he should be a very, very good addition. So definitely I'm looking out for better days at Madrid with Mourinho at the helm.
Thank you, Alex. But still in the transfers, we have there's a bit of movement in the transfers elsewhere, and Ansu Fati. This was a player that was poised for a lot of greatness. I think probably what we think of Lamine Yamal now, Ansu Fati was almost there a bit some seasons ago, but he has made the transfer to AS Monaco, a permanent deal now for £11 million. Ian, what went wrong for Ansu Fati? Or what's not going right for him? Or is he now up on the right trajectory to come back to what they thought he would become?
This season, I've been lucky enough to watch some of the games of the French League. I tried to follow up and see Monaco play. I must say he has tried to get back fit. That's now really, of course, convinced the Monaco guys to retain him permanently. But if there is one challenge that he has really had, has been injuries. He has really had a couple of unlucky injuries where they sidelined. At some point, he was sidelined for, I think, 1.5 years, where he couldn't play. Then when he returned, he was loaned to Brighton and things didn't work out. Then again, now he gets loaned to Monaco. And then now he plays a couple of games. I believe now he's on a course of return. Then also, when you ask, or when you say that what really went wrong for him, other than injuries, I still maintain football has so much these days to do with the media, how it impacts the players themselves and the teams, the coaches, the management. An outrage can come out of the media if there is not good management on the team itself. Internally, it can really cause so much damage to a player. I think he rose up at a point where Barcelona was struggling a bit. They had changes as the team, because at that point I think it was Xavi who was managing them. Then Xavi stayed for, I think, for a season. Then he left after winning them a league. Then of course I think it was more of the impact of COVID, and then the finances, the limitations in their transfers, then the resources to strengthen their team, then also the backlash, then the fans themselves, they didn't really fancy him so much. So the signing is right for him if he stays fit. He's still young, age is still on his side. He will come back better, and Barcelona themselves, they would even be tempted to sign him back because he's a good player. When you watch him play, the talent is still there. So if he maintains and stays fit for some time, he will get the reputation back to himself, and he will again move to a bigger stage at a certain point. Over to you, Isaac.
Thank you, Ian. Innocent, I'm coming to you with the Hoyland transfer. This is a former Man United player that they had. Did you guys first loan him out? I don't know, but it seems like moving on, signing permanent deal with Napoli. What happened with, because you guys, when you were signing Hoyland, you were on about it being him being a mini Haaland, because there is a bit of synonyms in the names that sound alike. Innocent.
Yeah, thank you so much, Isaac. Rasmus Hoyland, February nga nnyabiri esatu ebamuzaala. He's been a good player and very young. Awulidde emyaka gye wenjogedde. Okujja mu Manchester twamugula ssente mpitirivu naye twamutonze ssente ntono nnyo. The mere fact that Ruben Amorim and the group at that moment were at the team saw it wise to loan him out because of his inefficiency at the club at the moment. He wasn't scoring, things were not going good for him, poor form. He had gone some good matches without scoring, and team nesalawo negamba Hoyland sogendeko mu Napoli ne bafikamu ka close akagamba nti waliwo balina we batuuse nga bakkiriziganyiza aka 44 million clause, they will buy him permanently. So it's a bit absurd that I think we bought him on around 70 million plus 5 add-on, but then at the moment we had to sell him at only 44 million pounds, which really I don't know how these guys calculate their profits and losses, but to me I think that's a big gap. So he was sold permanently to Napoli. Because at that moment, Napoli, Romelu Lukaku had got an injury whereby they couldn't rely on him on when he is coming back and when he's not. And for sure, while him at Napoli, he has did a lot of things, has scored a lot of goals. Unlike the likes of Marcus Rashford, whereby he also did the same. He has performed at Barcelona, but things have not moved out well for him. Million yasatu mutano Barcelona agamba zikyamulimi kyokka ate nga yaguzibwa Anthony Gordon ab'ekinaana. Era kati omukulu musawo n'alaba nga talinawo kkubo kati era anoonya ttiimu bajje wano mu Buweekula samba amasaza simanyi. But things are not turning out good for him. Baba Hoyland babaguze, he's young. I think he'll help Napoli so much. Energetic. Kugamba league defeating them. You know, there are those players who have really failed in the Premier League, and you see they really can't afford. Rasmus Hoyland, Yomoko Bo, Ralph the home league, okay, let me say at this Manchester United big club. It's a big club, big pressure. Money unga demanding, Baba demanding, and I think personally, he is also happy about the transfer, the mere fact that he wants to play football and he has played it, and now they have bought him permanently. I'm happy for him. It was good, but then I don't think it was good for Manchester United. How about you,
Okay.
Isaac?
Thank you, Innocent. Rasmus Højlund is as well linking up with former Premier League mates in KDB Scott
Scott
McTominay.
McTominay.
But they are going to be coached by Massimiliano Allegri, who also was appointed 2 days ago. Ian, what do you make of this combination in terms of manager?
Recently on the media, there has been so much criticism on the Italian league, them having managers switch from team to team over and over. Ryan Allegri was at Milan, then now he's in Napoli, then at Juve, then so he's been a good coach, I believe, because I think he won a league with Milan some time back. Is it about 3 seasons ago where he won a league with Milan? So the
Juventus,
combination.
he was also at Juventus.
Yes, he was also at Juve. So the combination, I believe Napoli is one of those teams that be a little bit different when you watch them play, because you look at them, they embrace players from other leagues. When you watch them play, they try to be a little bit different from the normal Italian, the way we look at the Italian teams, how they play low block, you find games ending 1-0, 0-0, and all that. So I hope Allegri, what he brings with what he finds on the teams on the players that are already existing there, that he will maintain them, because Napoli at some point they can play really exciting football. So I hope that he maintains that. That is for sure. And then the players they have some little bit of the aged players, but they have so young players. Like Højlund himself is still a young player. So I believe with the right, if he maintains the same football and gets a couple of additions, he will be able to give Inter Milan competition next season. Over to you, Isaac.
Thank you, Ian. And over the week, we also saw news coming out about VAR, and would like us to go through the technology's impact on the game. The news were in regards these new amendments are going to be implemented at the World Cup, and one of them is incorrect second yellow cards. VAR can now step in to overturn mistaken or incorrect second yellow cards that result in a player's dismissal. Number 2 is mistaken identity. Video officials can correct instances where a card is issued to the wrong player. Third one is being incorrectly awarded corner kicks. VAR can intervene on corner kicks provided the mistake can be corrected immediately without causing significant delays to the restart of the game. Fouls before set pieces. VAR can review and recommend an on-field review if a foul is committed before a corner or free kick is taken. Guys, do you think, Innocent, starting with you, do you think VAR is actually taking away, as time goes on, the advancement of technology is taking away the human refereeing element from the game?
Well, thank you so much, Isaac, for that review about how things are happening, about the new rules being set by FIFA at the moment. This has been something I've been looking at. So I've been studying them one by one. Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president at the moment, is spending so much to make things better in this World Cup mission. Everything that's happening, he's trying to improve football day and day by day. Ompira bagarokutika kuverenga goli exact, which I think at one point we're gonna talk. I think about Boa. It's going to be boring. The mere fact that we're gonna talk about vingi. Arika kusoko mwingi mukativi kaina chikaravi waliwenga teno onogonda afunye gundi kwati akati inekona tikaba tekona tulitemu akati ono akoze bwati. So personally I think it's gonna be boring. Omupiira ogwo gwandibadde ogw'eddakiika 45 gujja kubeera mu ddakiika 60. I'm personally thinking that. So with all that's happening, I understand the developments in football, and I love the fact that we are going to that direction. But ekintu ekiyitiririre nnyo abafumbi babeera bangi nga bafumba, too many cooks spoil the broth. So I think tugenda kuba ne boring football nti omupiira gwe twandogedde eddakiika 45 tugenda kuba tuli akaseera nga tugobye eddakiika 60 nti ate bayonga ze bayongeddemu VAR yasose neekwata wano gundi, all those things. So it's good to be analiza. Sometimes they meet in your favor. Ekuna lumu wala makona lumu agajja nga actually ngategaliyo, but then because the referee hasn't seen that and the VAR does not actually is not concerned about that, it is not looked into. But if they are coming up with this, it's good on a lesser advantage, but then it's worse on a very big advantage. So I don't really think nze nanze nkikubyemu ebituli nti kigenda kuba kitwala obudde bungi nnyo kati omupiira ongamba nti nekoona red cards for players covering their mouths during confrontations. Okay, I think this has come about the incident of Vinicius Junior oli omwana omugotigo kyeyakola omu Argentina yamuvuma nti alinga enkima kyeyayogera nga akutebwati ku mumwa bamugamba kati waki wadde okola bwoti. I think that has come about that. Then so kondekere ku kagundi yako ngabeko then ungamba ne 5-second countdowns for throw-ins. Asino bagenda kugikola batya abasoka okusimula omupiira. Okay, abantu omupiira bagusimula omupiira ne mugusimula omupiira. So katidoza wakira abantu ku gundi ku ku final ya Champions League whereby Bukayo Saka yali agenda okuba ekoona nga first half egenda okuggwa omupiira gukutte atambula nga kinawolovu, is just moving, nasooka n'abigula n'ateeka omupiira n'aguteeka waati lefa yamugamba
ayinza okugulumya omupiira kyobola aguteekawo bulungi guleme kulumwa.
So I actually think this is going to be boring. It's going to take a lot of time. Half tugenda kulaba nga dakiika 60. You are watching tugenda kulaba ku dakiika 60 mukirizo omugane mu World Cup. Omupiira gwadanse 0 minutes to Mali first half in 60 minutes. Take it from me, you're going to see this happening. 50 minutes to 60, 55, 60. This is going to happen. Why? Because all these corrections have to be made, and they have to be made within time. That is going to be RHA to get it. I know it's a new process, and it requires actually to take time, but it's going to be so much boring. But we pray it happens for the best of football and those who actually will be gaining from it. Over to you, Isaac, at the Sports Command Center.
VAR is thought about to be a very good technology in terms of improving the game, and on the flip side, the consistency, the use and implementation of VAR is in question. Ian, what do you make of those two statements? Is VAR actually detrimental to the game, or its implementation is what defeats the purpose?
Thank you, Isaac. I do not know who is in charge of making those rules. The way how I look from a biased point of view, from a biased point of view, I believe there are so many Americans within the sports management, because when you look at the rules that are being introduced, it's more of the American style. A game that is supposed to last for 90 minutes, where you expect about a total of maybe about 70 minutes of football action where the ball is into play, it is drastically reducing when you add the theatrics from the players themselves, and then also the checking of errors, the checking of fouls, and all that. It is reducing at some, I think, was it this season where they said it went to the all-time lowest, where it went to an average of about 57 minutes. That is bad for football. That is really bad for football. VAR, when it was introduced, everyone was excited about its introduction. But then the implementation has really been a tight or a hard nut. It has looked like it is rocket science. When you look at how they try to look, okay, to award maybe a foul or to even penalties. When you look at
Red
handball
cards.
incidents, exactly, red cards, yellow cards, it feels like this is more of the American way of doing things, that they are not focusing on the game itself. And even the introduction of VAR itself has reduced the footballing action, the ball being into play. Because when you look at games like,
It's what fans pay for.
exactly. But when you look at the American sports way of management, look at like basketball. They play about 4 minutes, then they go for a halftime or to a timeout session. They go for checking of a foul, checking of what, all that. It feels like VAR, instead of improving management, it is in terms worsening it. To me, I look at it as they are worsening the game. They are it is reducing the excitement of the game. Nowadays, when a goal is scored, the excitement of celebrating the goal is
You first
slowly
wait.
given. Yeah, because you just, if when you look away just one single moment and a goal is scored and you've not seen the build up, there are few clear-cut goals where you need to say and say you celebrate. Even when it is clear-cut, you still have to say, oh wait, there could be an offside. Oh wait, there could be a handball. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. So it takes away the excitement that we had previously. When you look at the technology, I think the only technology that has really done its job ever since it was introduced was the goal line technology. But this whole video assistant refereeing is really reducing the excitement, reducing the football action ever since it was introduced. Not differing from what Innocent said, on a smaller scale, it is good because it helps on certain decisions that anyone else could have missed, like red card incidents, or or a handball, or even an offside goal. That one, yes, it reduces. By the time it takes, you would think that when they were introducing the rules, it would be clear. I've seen in La Liga where they have automated offside checks, where it does not take time. But I've also seen glitches, few games where they say it was an automated, where they cancel a goal for offside, but when you look closely, but of course when they change in the visual perspective and they say the arm was ahead, the heel was behind, and all that. So it makes it a little bit more complicated and reduces the excitement that we all have as football lovers. So it impacts the game. To me, it is impacting the game more of the negative side than the positive side. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Ian, for that submission. As we also head into the World Cup, this is one that would have been one of the most anticipated World Cups. But depending on how you decide to view it, some people are not as excited. Let's go into the World Cup and look at all these groups and how they stand, who stands a chance, who will be the dark horses. What do you think of the squads and everything? Mr. Producer, please help us with the World Cup squads, and Ian will take us through the group stages, and Innocent will help us with the friendlies. Ian?
Thank you, Isaac. The group stages, looking at Group A, Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and Czechia. There's when I was following up a thread on X, and people were making a comparison between the South African team of 2010 and this one. And of course, they were saying the 2010 one was better, but remember, it didn't earn the place on merit. In terms of continental performance, it was the worst. It didn't even qualify for the AFCON. But when you look at this one, the current one, they play some really exciting football. So I believe it will be one of those teams that will give us an excitement up to a certain stage in the tournament. Then Mexico, of course, Mexico being at home, Mexico is one of those few countries that they stay silent. Then when it is World Cup, we watch their brilliance and they have some good players. So I believe from that group stage, from that group A, Mexico and South Africa will be among the teams that will advance to the next stage. Czechia, these days they are not as pushing as they were years ago. Then South Korea, they have some really exciting players in most of the leagues. At least in all the top leagues in Europe, they have some players, but no, I don't give them that expectation that they will advance to the next stage. Then Group B, this looks like it is more balanced. Like anyone can beat anyone in this group. It is going to be
Should we call it as the group of death?
well, I wouldn't call it a group of death based on the teams that are there, but it is that group where you see it is totally balanced that almost everyone can beat anyone. So I believe Switzerland will edge. The next person to move out of the group, I'm still tied on who advances between Canada, the hosts, and maybe Qatar. Qatar lately has improved in their sport. When Asian countries actually improving more on their footballing abilities, I think it is to do with how they went back and set up structures, hired some of the top managers from Europe and all that. So Switzerland will advance. I'm torn between choosing Canada and Qatar. Group C, Brazil. Brazil was a team of flair. Everyone was always eager to watch Brazil play in World Cup. But this current crop of Brazil, the players, was it Innocent who said that some of these Brazilians are not really Brazilians?
Yeah, it was Innocent.
I don't remember who mentioned that, but this crop of Brazil, I think it is to do with how their players are playing in so many different leagues. You find the whole starting 11 coming from various teams. You don't find players coming from even the same team itself, like one single club. You find them coming from a different club for every player. Now that calls for a different style. Well, we shall still give. When you look at their group, they will still come out. I don't know. The producer helped me with the groups again. Yeah, Brazil will come out. Then Morocco the last World Cup, they did well. They did well. Was it until up to semi-final or quarter-final? I think it was semi-final.
Portugal.
Yes, that is true. So
Katika kambuzemu Ian. Ngochali ku Morocco. So is Morocco considered the defending champions of AFCON over Tugenda Senegal?
I still maintain Senegal did fair and square. The reasons for them not being called champions of Africa were not to do with the football. They were to do with the rules, and which I don't think I would consider so much. But if we are to go to the football they played, Senegal are the champions because for them they won properly on footballing reasons, not on the rules of the game.
And football games are won on the pitch.
Exactly. So you cannot go in the boardroom and decide who is the winner. So,
but football then has rules and laws that governs it. So
that is true. That is true. But also the rules, you cannot, because you look at, let's say the rule in football, and then they wake up and they punish someone who is not on the pitch, and it impacts the team because of the punishment. Someone who was not on the pitch, he got. So I still maintain Senegal are the champions of Africa based on what team they play.
Opinion, you must say this statement right. In my opinion, Senegal are still champions of Africa.
Agreed. In my opinion, Senegal are the champions. So in the same group, I expect Brazil and Morocco to advance. Scotland, I think Scotland, this is the first time I've seen Scotland play in the World Cup. Haiti, of course, they are just there for fun.
Bari
from
Mibama,
Group D.
you
No, they are there for fun. Then Group D, USA, Australia, Paraguay, Turkey. This also looks a little bit balanced, but of course, USA being at the home advantage, they will advance to the next stage. Australia, they are always hot and cold. They come, they give us one game, and then they disappear. They give us one good game, and then the next game, it's like they are also there for fun. Paraguay, I haven't seen Paraguay perform well, even when you watch their games when they are playing that South American tournament. They are also that one team that are there because some of them they appear because of the numbers. Turkey has so many exciting players, by the way. So I believe USA and Turkey will advance. Then Group E, German, my favorite. And when you look at Ecuador, Ivory Coast.
Ian,
Yes, sir.
woba oyogera ku Germany eyo yongerako Germany eya Florian Wirtz.
Nsobola okugamba Germany eya Kai Havertz. Florian Wirtz ekintu akiyingira buyingizi. Naye Havertz yakirudde.
Akaana kagonda.
agonda agenda atande ngano.
Okay, German eya Kai Havertz never Florian Wirtz. Of course, Germany is one of those teams that always shows up in every tournament. Whether it is Euros, whether it is World Cup, even this UEFA tournament they brought on, they always show up at a certain stage. This time around, they have a couple of new exciting players, surprise call-ups and all that. So they will advance. Ecuador and Ivory Coast, there is a thin line. We saw Ivory Coast in AFCON. It was good. If they take the same football to World Cup, they will probably move to the next stage. Group E, Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and Sweden. Netherlands is one of those teams that will always enter a tournament with so many good, talented players. But then when it reaches to the point of winning the tournament itself, they come short of that. We saw them losing the 2010 final. We saw them losing on the semi-final in 2014. And then I think in 2022, they were knocked out by Argentina, I think again. Was it in the quarters?
Yeah.
So this time round, they have good, exciting players, but will they also give us the same excitement that they've always given us in the tournament? Not sure about that. But I know when you look at this group, they will advance definitely. And then the other three look more balanced. Tunisia has been one of those teams that went silent in terms of performance, even here in AFCON. So I would think probably Japan, Sweden is there. Sweden still lacks, when you look at their players, they have good players, but some of the players are still coming up in terms of being world beaters.
They have Isak.
Yeah, they have Isak, they have Jokeres, they have some nice, exciting players actually.
But don't rule out Japan.
Yeah,
Japan
that is true. Japan is one of those teams.
The Netherlands. Netherlands might go to Japan.
Yeah, that is true.
Producer ku squad ya Japan ogitwitiremu ko Innocent.
So I expect them to advance. So Japan and Sweden, it will be a close call. But yeah, Netherlands and Japan, I expect them to advance. Then Group G, Belgium, Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. Now, Belgium, over the two World Cups, 2018 and 2022, Belgium has had some of the most exciting talents. They also have players in some of the top European teams. When you look at almost every European team has a Belgian player. But then when it also comes to this tournament, I think the closest was the semi-final. Was it in 2018 when they were knocked out by France? I think they were exciting. This time they have new players, but they have aged players. So I don't know whether they are going to, of course, they have the experience of being in the World Cup and being at the top stage of the tournament. I don't know, but I expect them to advance, obviously. Then Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. There are some unfortunate things surrounding Iran's camp. I think this has already destabilized them again. Then New Zealand also, they are there for vibes. So I expect Egypt and Belgium to advance. Then Group H. Of course, Group H, Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde. We saw Saudi Arabia shocking us last time. I don't think they are going to have the same. Cape Verde is one of those teams that are silent, but they have some good football, by the way. Cape Verde has some good
agree.
football. So I don't know whether they will be able to shock us from this group. But the stronger teams are Spain and Uruguay. Of course, Spain are the tournament's favorite. In my opinion, I think Spain might reach the final based on how their team is, and based on their previous performance in the Euro. They did so well. I expect them to advance further, more than from the group. Group I, France, Senegal, Norway, and Iraq. France is also still a tournament's favorite, based on the talent they have, and
they are stacked.
Yeah, and their recent performances. Because France has, when you look at the last 4 World Cups, France has really been there. You can imagine the last 4 World Cups, they've been close, being either at the semi-final, even at the final. Two consecutive finals, that does not come easy. So they still have the talent, so I believe they will advance. Then Senegal has some exciting talent as well. I believe it is better than these other two. Norway also has some good players.
Ian,
it is good. Yes, sir.
Just pause a bit there, because we have David here on Senegal. David here saying there are some rules that must work on the pitch. I think this reflects on what we were talking about with Morocco.
I agree. I agree with him. I agree. But you see, the rules being applied days after the tournament has ended, it does not sound fair. They are supposed to be applied there and then. They should have the rule book immediately, and they are supposed to be adhered there and then. So if you wake up and apply the rules...
It's about the football administration and not the rules themselves?
Exactly. Of course, like I said, it's more of, we have football, and then we have the media, and then we have the administration. First of all, I had complained before on the VAR and all that, due to its administration and how it is being implemented. So now, when you wake up and you apply a rule of awarding a championship days after the tournament has been concluded, that does not sit well in terms of the whole big picture of football management and the future of football, because it sets a precedence that even after, you imagine like a World Cup like this, and then a similar incident happens, and then afterwards, let's say Spain has won it, and then you wake up and after 2 weeks and you say, no, they misbehaved, so it should go to the opponent. You see, that's really...
abasajja bamyendedde omwenge gwabwe kati
bimaze okugwa mu mawanga, abantu abaana bazaaliddwa because of the win. Ate nogamba mbu oyagala kansolinga kikopo ky'abasajja
ekya Premier League bakiwe Man City.
Nogamba nti bakiwe Man City because olina kyolabyemu mu mateeka waliwo ekitaatuukirizibwa. So I agree the rules must be applied on the pitch, but you cannot choose to apply the rules days later.
Ian.
So back to the groups.
And Ian.
Yes, sir.
Still on that, abantu e Uganda bafudde banywedde ebintu byabwe bakoze eki bantu basanyuse ate Arsenal bwe
Hey.
scored yakitutte.
Tekiba
Abo bakoze
kyabwenkanya,
si bulungi.
tekiba kyabwenkanya ate kiba kiba n'ekifaananyi ekibi. So olaba everyone ya complaining ku ekyo ekintu kya Morocco nti kitaddewo history enkyamu nti enkya owanaayitawo ebbanga abantu bajja kurifaringa ku ekyo bagambe naye guno omwaka 2026 Senegal yali ewangudde ekikopo ate ne batuula abakungu ne batuula ne bagamba nti mumanyi ekikopo tulina kiddiza Morocco kubanga abasambi ba Senegal tebeeyisa bulungi nga fine esambibwa. So kiba kiteekawo omutendera omukyamu mu future.
And
So-
the law is a funny thing because the way disputes are settled is by referring on what happened before and
Exactly.
how they proceeded with settling the dispute.
And that is why when you look at how VAR implementation has been, everyone has complained this is on how the rules are set or the rules are interpreted. Some rules would apply in a certain game, and then the same rules do not apply in the same game. When I think was it one of the referees who say that they didn't want to impact the game. You get, so it sets a very bad precedent when the rules are not applied correctly. So waking up and you say, because even I don't think there's anyone who even complained about that after the tournament had ended, based on the events that happened on the pitch itself. Afterwards, ebintu byakyukamu, then days later ne batugamba mbwe ekikopo kya Senegal kati kya Morocco. Okitegeera? So it does not give a good representation. So we tuddayo ku group stages, we tubadde ku France ne Senegal, Norway ne nsuubira, I believe France will advance and Senegal. Norway, they are good, but do they have the tournament experience of playing here? Because we've seen Senegal playing almost all the previous World Cups ever since they started coming. So I believe Senegal, they have the talent, they have the right management actually to go ahead and advance to the next stage. Then Group J, Argentina, Austria, Algeria, and Jordan. Argentina, of course, they will advance. They are still
Very weak.
And they have the greatest football player that has ever lived.
Olina ekizibu nno bambi.
In as much I want to agree with you, Isaac, but nga Innocent wagamba, this is a matter of opinion. So
In my opinion, Isaac Issa ekyo kigambo kyogerangako nze nganze Issa.
nga wagambye, in his opinion,
I think we will have to organize a separate show for something like that.
yeah, that is true. That is true, and debate about the football greats and how everyone views them as the greats. So Austria, I saw Austria, was it in during the qualifiers? They were good. They were good when they were playing some games. They were good. Also, was it in Euros? I don't remember. But Austria is good. It has some good players. However much they are not so much mentioned so much outside in the media. But I believe they will be some of the team that will be exciting to watch. Algeria is one of those teams that has really been silent when it comes to football. Yeah, they qualified, but I don't know. I don't think they will be able to advance, them and Jordan. So
And
I
they
believe,
play some good football.
yeah, but lately they've been so silent in terms of performance. Their performance on the tournaments has not really been good.
They managed even to bakubye gundi Netherlands. I think a 2-1 win recently.
As a friend is that is also another thing, and then the tournament, because the seriousness changes. Friend is abantu bali mu kufuna match fitness and tactics, bali mu kugezesa tactics. So I believe Austria and Argentina will advance. Then when we go to Group K, Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and DR Congo. Of course, Portugal, the people's favorites. Ne Portugal eno, abawagizi ba Portugal mujja kunsonyiwayo ekintu kimu. Abasambi mwatutte bazeeyi nnyo.
Ate ani muzeeyi?
Already team captain wa abantu bonna be mwatutte bazeeyi. When you look at all your players.
Video ya Innocent gijjeeko.
Mwinamu abazeeyi bangi. When you look at most of Portuguese players that are starting, except of course I think in defense, bainamu ku batototo, but naye midfield yamwe ne baatakazi bamwe bazeeyizeeyi, and those are some of your crucial players. So yeah, they will advance, but I don't think they are going to go far. They were agenda wala.
Innocent omufumise fumu.
Ian.
Still.
Let me be sincere to you. Omusajja aina the best midfield. Okay, ideologically you can see this. Aina
producer we watfunira ku squad yawe again now.
Aina João Neves. Aina Vitinha. Aina Bruno Fernandes. Abo bonna bali biro. I mean that's some good age. Then Bernardo Silva ndoza yimukadde. Nuno Mendes, then João Cancelo.
Aba basatu bogambye, Bruno Fernandes, João Neves,
Vitinha.
I think they are going to bajja kutandika gundi, bajja kutandika nono yavudde Manchester.
Ani?
What is
Bernardo Silva. Aja kusema muwingi, then Pedro Neto no waguru, then the goat wakati.
Na Pedro Neto na ye too much speed, zero great. Aninga Daniel James, emisinda ina mingi, ebikolwa bitono.
But okay, still on Portugal, actually everybody is talking about how good their team might be at the moment and how they are really lining up for this. Okay, basinga ndoza bonna ba Cristiano favorites bawulira bakimwagaliza agataka sajja naye. It's going to be a tug of war. It's going to be a very big thing for them to achieve this. Mostly in Katola bakuliridde ate yaganya okikiriza the mere fact nti akuliridde awulira akyagala okgenda mu maaso, but we pray everything happens right. But ngere ku gundi wagambye Opta ya predicted n'agamba Portugal eri mu kyoku obayinza okuwamula.
So of course
olumu amalamu amaanyi.
But you see, Innocent, ebintu bineno okwagala n'okwagaliza byanjawulo n'okuba, because now the brain and the soul want something, but the body cannot achieve it.
True.
You get
if they make to me, if Portugal want to stand a chance of them advancing further to the in the tournament, they need to pick games where Cristiano would start and would not start. Because if they do that, they will be as if they are playing a man less. Imagine you're playing against a first team and they are all physical and running. You also have some runners.
You're playing against a team like Spain. Hey,
exactly.
Nico Williams, the minimal wakuletera. My friend.
Nemu Euro final era yatandika era yagatira Portugal Ronaldo. Okay, let's discuss Ronaldo like this. He's a player who will be at the attacking front, very good. Actually, but defender Balino Mandi, Nekubasi, Wawala Euro final, they are not moving, they know what Ronaldo is capable. Ideologically, without bias, Bamanyi capability, Baman Chainzo Kola. However much I also believe he is old. Akuzi echamas emyaka timu gubira katamba. Naye don't rule him out.
Innocent. I will not be here and lie that I've been watching the Saudi Pro League or MLS. No, I randomly watch clips. But some of the clips you see of Ronaldo in Saudi Pro League, my God. You're like, Manai, oh no, Sendegeya, Owe Masaka,
Now, the mere fact that you said you watch only clips and shorts, I watch full matches and I've seen MLS and I also see the SPL. To be sincere, he has been okay. He has been good. Ne golden boot he had won with by the way. But I actually want to believe that he is still a threat. Actually, threat yinti wabeera awo omanya asobola okukola ekintu kyonna.
Yeah, that is
Of
true.
course,
He
of
still
course,
can
that's
shoot.
ours. We all know Sawazineno, players like Dalima, Ronaldinho, Zidane, they retired long time ago. But right now, that Wokwatompi and Ogwa Thierry Henry, he's going to do things you can't do.
Hey, asobola okushootinga kubanga akyalinayo vision.
Yes, but he's not going to go against Guehi and win the battle.
I can't accept being a two on one person. Mwena mu babiri mugize Alex aliyo bamwe Alex aliyo Kenyanzi.
Let say what tuli mukwogera mazima.
Tutende ku gundi Portugal badde okyatunyonnyola.
Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and Congo. I think Portugal advance to the next stage. Naye nga we nagambye, in my opinion, tebajja genda wala nnyo. So also Colombia has some of the good players. When you, of course, like Luis Diaz, when you look at, they have so many good players. I think doesn't Yeleme Pino also come from Colombia? So they have some good players. I believe Colombia will also advance. Uzbekistan Najira Bange Samba, was it France? There was a friendly, I think. I saw them play. But Chiburam
Uzbekistan erinamu ono omwana wa Man City Kusanov yegwa gumanyi.
Yeah. Owesuwa Kazakhstan?
Wa
Uzbekistan? No, he's from Kazakhstan.
No, uno ni wano omulabi wano ku gundi. Uzbekistan, he's from Uzbekistan.
Hey, okay, Kusanov. You know those countries are pretty much near each other, so So Uzbekistan, I don't think they'll advance, barrier for the vibes. I would say Congo is one also that exciting team, but I don't think they'll beat the other two counterparts, Colombia and Portugal. So I don't think they'll advance. Then when you go to Group L, England,
coming home,
Croatia, and Panama. You know, England is one of the teams where the viewership in terms of the league is so high up. And then when they are going for a tournament, they go with that buzz as if they've been winning it over and over. But unfortunately, the football does not have the same opinion as how they look at it. So they will advance for the first stages. But I don't pick them as favorites to win the tournament, to be honest.
They go into the tournament like they have been winning it.
Yeah, they go with that match vibe as if they've been winning it over and over. But we've seen teams that have won it in the last 30 years. England final tetuukanga. Ne ku final tetuukanga.
Andrew unakugamba England will win.
Well, that is also his opinion, like I have mine. But to me, if I'm to pick, they will advance probably up to quarterfinal at the best. The last World Cup had quite some talented English players, by the way, the 2022 World Cup. But this time round, I don't spot the same talent in terms of play, because the last World Cup had some good players who were really talented. The Stones, the Trents. You'd see that they would create something out of nothing. Now them going and then having quite an aged Kane. Yeah, Kane can still damage you, but he's not at the tempo he was 4 years ago. So achakuba, but also newo wadde omulabira mu Bayern ebiseera ebisinga he's at Azanya from the center of the pitch. He moves way back behind, and it has always been either Luis being so much up front and sometimes Olise going ahead of him. Then waliwo abeerawo n'atuuka mu box n'aswama ne bateekawo omupiira ne gumufinding in the right spot and he scores. So yes, he can still get you goals, but him being kyekiringa kye tubadde tucomplainingako n'abakulu ba Portugal. So they'll advance to some stage, but I don't see the same talent as they had in the previous tournament.
The noise can only take you so far.
Sorry?
The noise can only take you so far.
The noise can only take you so far. But it would require the right football for you to be able to do what? To win the tournament. So yeah, they will advance to the next stage. And then in the same group, okay, Opta's stats, the producer has helped us to share Opta's stats. Well, I do not disagree so much with them. Naye giving
Argentina.
Ekyo nkinamu obuzibu ate ne Germany we bagitadde nakyo era. Anyway, Opta naye ina bye beesingirako. Naffe abalaba omupiira tulina bye tubeesingirako. So sija disagreeing because they have the data they used. But like again I said, a tournament is a tournament, and how you approach it is very important. We've seen certain teams have a better way of handling the tournaments. From the same group, Ghana has, okay, Croatia. Let me first speak about Croatia. Croatia has some good players, but I think possibly their climax was against France in 2018. That's when we really saw Croatia. Yeah, that is what I want. This current group of Croatia, even the last tournament, were they beaten by, was it Poland? What team beat them? Was it Brazil in 2022 that knocked them off? Was it France? I'm forgetting the team that knocked them off. But this Croatia, no. They are not it this time round. But they will advance ahead of Ghana and Panama. They will advance.
Okay, thank you so much, Ian, for taking us through all those groups. And take us through the World Cup friendlies and some of the squads that the producer will be helping us with in just a moment. Innocent, please take us through the friendlies. We saw Ivory Coast, it's France.
Yeah, as Ian has stated it verily that friendlies don't much matter, but I think personally they have great impact. Well, France they were in a full house, but Ian Botin Bampe, Michael Lise, Marcus Thuram. I was saying the one about the Murancha to Yakubi Zungirizi, it's already German. Ivory Coast, given Africa Cup of Nations, we know it as a tournament team. There's a multiple teams also, and at least we buy those two some actually those Africa Cup we are saying by on the Queen of Jibaka Nira, Zinezbaka Nira, and the same day your Morocco and Windows a Bagituala. So, yeah, is so far to money going to Ivory Coast at one World Cup, we are saying by you, but looking at what happened, I watched the match. It was a very good one. Motorabidene Muganda, what desire doing? You didn't do it. That ever team ye nini nasa nyukanyo ni baraga kifananyi Muganda we nena sekanga Muganda bakubi akatimba. Then Amadi Diallo those okuva mu February abadde tadera bapaka leero. That's been long. So naye yasobola okuteba, and I really think let's not look at these matches as fitness matches. These are serious matches. They want points and they had to bring in their fire on the pitch. Yeah, Posikat Spain, Iraq. This is Iraq. Casually,
yes,
Spain is not of very good football. Coach Uwagwe, I don't know what really had in his mind, and Iraq, when I was saying, Iraq could say it ideologically. Really, I don't know what happened, what transpired. They didn't have a lot to do. Tesubira nti kino bakuba mabadumba Ferran Torres, mabadumba Dani Olmo, mabadumba Sabibanji. For them to do a draw was really bad. I didn't expect this. They really had to do this. 5 goals and above. Iraq and Kugamba Basajja, Baja Muchisa, when Baroza Kubom. So this was 5 goals and above. So I was disappointed by that result by Spain. Then Croatia, Belgium. Zino teams zonna zinensi zonna zaagwa. Belgium at one point, Luka Modric, Kevin De Bruyne had to come up to say that we are old, we have aged, or we need to pull up stockings, or we need to get very many things for our team to be on top. But they managed to beat the old ladies of Croatia again, and you can see a goal by Yuri Tielemans. It was a nice goal. I saw it. Then in the 90 plus 6 minutes, that's when Romelu Lukaku, after his long time injury, I don't think that a bang at then no. But he came in, he showcased what he's made of, and things really happened well for them. Yeah, Brazil. Brazil and Samba Panama. This was a very good match. I watched it. We actually we were showed Vinicius's quality. Oh my goodness. Vinicius' quality, Rafinha's quality, Casemiro's defending, Matheus Cunha's player, the likes of Lucas Paqueta, Martin Somopira, their goalkeeping, and it was a good team flowing football. It looked more of a team that is managed, and I really thank Carlo Ancelotti for what he has been doing for this team, and I think it may be a surprise for us. We're not money Brazil, you never know what may transpire up after those many things. USA
Ancelotti has always been a good manager, and he's almost everywhere he has been.
USA, Senegal, no, yachalirako Bungereza 2025 mu May balina friendly ne Bungereza ne kwata Bungereza goal 3. I was so shocked. USA, a team of which I don't see sport there. This was a shocker to me. Actually, I was hoping for Senegal to win this match, but then I saw Mauricio Pochettino at one point. I think I was able to TV ku MacBook. To me, that is a big achievement by USA, though it was a friendly. We hope they provide the best for themselves into the World Cup. Scotland and Germany. Florian Wirtz, next to Liverpool, but at the time when he was at Bayer Leverkusen, he showcased. Omwana yasama omupiira ng'agondo yinza okugamba azina nane nti nandujja obugomvu bwaliko. It was so good, but then they managed to beat Scotland 4-0. Florian Wirtz, Undav Boyun abadde one of the best players in Germany last season. This season I've actually been. Jamal Musiala mukama yabayambe naawona ng'obudde bukyali, he recovered in time, he's gaining his fitness, ne ku score sheet kwali. So hopefully things move out for them. But this was a good match. 4 goals is good. And that was okay to me. It was a very good match. But showcase yeah, going on to the Ghana World Cup. Nadi nyagala nokulaba niba abajudana nagiba kyabayitira ki. Why is Jordan still called on the national team? Really? Anthony Semenyo, Christopher Bonsu,
baita nsolo nkambwe
bani
bana bagundi abapotigo nga bayita gundi oyo
abasajja omusajja gwe bayita alina pedigree naye Jordan yali akoze eki mupiira okujja kusambira mu Leicester ne Mugono ne mu Celtic. What has he done? But their squad abalina Benjamin Asare, Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Anang, Baba Abdul Rahman, Sajja Mukambwe, Gideon Mensah, Marvin Senaya, Aliou Seydou, Abdul Mumin, Jeremy Opoku, Jonas Adite, Kojo Oping Pera, Delik Lakasen, Elisho Usu, Thomas Partey. Kale, naye anyway Kwasi Sibo, Agustin Bokaye, Caleb Abdul Fatau, Leicester mpira agumanyi oyo. Kamaldeen Sulemana naye ali mu Leicester ndowooza. Mpozi n'ekyoto kyabwe Inaki Williams, Jordan Ayew, Anthony Semenyo. The only hearing being had name is Anthony Semenyo because of his debut has made at the debuts he has made at Manchester City. Actually, he's one of the talking points in this Ghana World Cup squad list, and I think he will perform verily if things move out for them well in that Ghana, England, Croatia, and some country squad. I mean, group that they are in. Then Ghana inaugurating okuyitawo okusinga Croatia wadde Ian yawadde opinion n'agamba nti alaba England ne Croatia nga bawitawo naye Ghana is a tournament team. Then Sabo Luis Suarez yavuddeyo Uruguay n'agamba yeewuunyiza nnyo squad okufuluma nga taliimu, yeewuunyiza nnyo yali kati era mbu teyeebase kiro okuba nti tali mu squad.
Omutima akyabwewulira
ng'ate already abadde takyasamba nakusamba erinnya ekiri awo kozi takyamaanyi
yakabye n'amaziga nga bamubuuza yagambe kino sikirabangako obulamu bwange bwonna. But that's football. Many are called, but few are chosen. And so he was into that stance. Darwin Núñez, Federico Vinas, Rodrigo Aguirre, Maximiliano Arujo, Facundo Pérez-Tri, Nicolas de la Ruz, Rodrigo Bentancur, Emiliano Martinez, Manuel Ugarte. Tebalina bubezi basanga naye Ugarte sisuubira yandibadde ayitibwa kulayinaapo. But well, that's Uruguay for you. We pray for the best. Bajja kujja beetabemu. I don't see them going far from bajja n'okutaba mu kibinja ne Uruguay yeewuunyise. Yeah, the surprise call here was for James Rodriguez. Abantu bonna beewuunyizza okuba nti bamuyise, but I think he's still a good player. He can really deliver for the team. And Luis Diaz, then Cordoba, Joe Gomez, Joe Hernandez, Joe Arias, Campas, and the only player I was looking at, it's in their defense, or Nogondi, Munoz of Crystal Palace. Munoz has been good, very, very good, no doubt about that. Biliad Burundi season in actually in the name of Summer. Ayinza obutasigalayo mpozi ne Lama oyo Jans Lama midfielder wa Crystal Palace naye abadde consistent, he has been good. Newunyiza nnyo David Ospina okumuyita n'adesi kisuubira. I wasn't expecting him to be called up for the Colombia national team, but he's here and they're up for grabs. Luis Diaz, a man on form, he has been good. Akoze buli kimu player, akoze mpira agikubye, goal agikubye. Ajja kujjukirwa nnyo olunaku lwe bawamba taata we ne babasaba akadde kamu $1 omupiira n'alimwako n'ogusamba era kati ssebo oyo wadda ne taata we wadda takyatambula meters nga 5 taata we abiri mu stands omwana ali mu kisaawe yamutyako oyo mwana alina ssente Liverpool agamba sobola kubeera mu ttiimu nja kugamba ate bano tebalina kiddako
ate byolese byaki
anti byonna yabyogera kati nze wakiyogera nebiro byayogera. Then Algeria, I saw Riyad Mahrez in that match they played against the Dutch. Ekyamazima fenna twagala nnyo player and touch of Riyad Mahrez. That is the fact. But anyway, simanyi bayadde asaba busambidde niya fact nti friendly, but akakana tubayingiza ka shati 11 ninya yako ndirabidde kansemi omupiira gwawate bulungi nnyo. Mahrez era bamulaze n'omulaga nti twakatibye ne goal yadde ennungi. Then another surprise call was Nabil Bentaleb. Nabil Bentaleb oyo namulaba kubanga ndi mu senior 2. Pakati newunyiza okuba nti bamuyise. Playing football.
Oba alimu akava firi kakana akasala emyaka.
Kyamazima nange mbadde simusuubira mulabako.
Yanga yazanyira mu Spurs.
Yeah, ne mu Newcastle yali muko. Naye actually I even posted this in the group. I liked the way he played. Yabadde good.
I think Innocent naye tumufiiriddwa due to network issues. Ian, please take over.
Um, this Algerian squad, like he has mentioned, I'm surprised seeing Bentaleb on the team. There are a couple of picks that I've seen play, like Riyad Mahrez, and I think there is some player who plays in France. Was it Lens, who is also good? Banabasigadda Sija, I will not say that I know them so much, but they, like I mentioned previously, Algeria since the 2014 World Cup, they became so quiet because I think in that World Cup they were on the round of 16 or in the quarterfinal where they were beaten by Germany. I remember that game. So I hope this time round they picked a couple of young players who will be able to prolong and maybe be competitive in the next tournaments, for them to be able to show the flair they used to have in the tournaments. Because Algeria, like the other teams, used to be good. Then when you look at the Canadian squad, Canada, of course, being at home, they have that advantage of them being at home. When you look at their team, I believe Canada is also one of those few American teams that you find that they are playing in different leagues. Of course, the highlight of their squad is Alfonso Davis, but the past 2 seasons he has been struggling with injuries. I don't know how they will be able to 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 play him so well for them to be able to advance to the next stages. I can see in the defenders, Moise, Bambito, Drake, Cornelius, Alfonso Davis, then Luke, the Frogleres, Alistair Johnson. Alistair Johnson, I think, was in one of the Premier League teams, if I remember, and also
Also,
Alfie
this
Jones.
Jonathan David. Jonathan David is also some decent player.
Yeah, that is true. Yes. Alfie Jones, I don't remember. I don't remember the team Alfie Jones used to play for, but I remember he was at some point in the Premier League. Then when you look at the midfielders, Ali Ahmed, John Buchanan. Buchanan was, I think, was it in Norwich or was it in? I also remember him in one of the Premier League teams.
Yeah, Buchanan. Yeah,
Yes,
the name is familiar.
I don't remember. I don't remember the team exactly. Then Matthew Connery, Stephen Estaquio. Canada specifically, I don't expect them to advance so much in of course there are some of those teams that always come in the tournament because of the selection from the region where they come from, and by default you find them coming into the World Cup tournament based on the location.
Mm. This World Cup also we have a few players that are going to be playing their what seems to be like their last World Cup and their last chance to win the gold. In the graphic that is displayed by the producer, I think we have like about two winners of the World Cup in Messi and I think Manuel Neuer. I
Yes.
don't think there is any other winner. Ian, what do you make of this lineup, and who has the biggest chance at winning the gold at last?
Uh, when you look at all these players, and I still have a huge feeling that, by the way, if there is something that can happen, is Argentina advancing to a higher stage in this tournament, based on the other players they have. The rest of these other players, when you look at Croatia for Modric and then Neymar for Brazil, this Brazil is so unconvincing. It is very unconvincing based on how the team setup is. They have some good players, but then again, I don't know. I don't, because also there is also another history of where they are saying there is no team that has been able to win the tournament with a foreign manager. So I don't know whether the curse will hit them since they are having a foreign manager. But when you look at all this lineup, uh, most of them have really given us some exciting displays in the previous World Cups that we watched them play, like Ochoa from Mexico, uh, Even Cristiano himself, however much when it comes to the World Cup, for some reason, he tends to disappear. I don't know. Maybe it comes at a timing. Either it is the players around him, or it is to do with his attributes during the tournament itself, or to do with the opponents that he faces. But he has not really given us that excitement that we always get from the World Cup. Then when you look at Noah, well, like I mentioned the other time, Noah was a surprise for me. I didn't expect them to call him again, but okay, now they've called him. I don't know whether German will be able to. There's still also some patches that are still missing in the German team. I think because they lost some of the players. I saw where Carl is going to miss because of injury. Of
Yeah.
course, Gnabry will not be available. They are going
I
to
think
miss so many players.
same thing with Brazil also. Neymar got injured.
Mm. Yeah, Neymar, but they are saying there are chances that he might be available. This World Cup is one of those tournaments that is going to come at a time of we're having so much exhaustion from the players, for those that have been in physical leagues and have played so many games, and then the injury doubts for some of the key players for certain teams. So Neymar, does he still have the magic if at all he is fit to play? I saw some clips of some games that he has played. He has tried to show that he still has some flair in him. But will he be able to impact the tournament? I don't think so. They have an exciting squad actually when you look at them. When you look at the Vinicius, you look at their defense, Marquinhos, Gabriel, and then you look at their midfielders. They still have some skilled players, but I don't know if they will be organized enough to advance to further stage and be able to get the gold. I asked the producer to help me again with that image of the okay. The rest of these other players, when you look at De Bruyne, Son, Dzeko, Netherlands, like I mentioned the other time, it is one of those few teams or countries that come in a tournament with a set of skilled players, good football, then they tend to fail at a certain point in the tournament. I believe this tournament they will still perform well, but I don't fancy them winning the tournament, in my opinion. Like Innocent had mentioned, James Rodriguez, is he still physical enough to be able to chase and do the runs that he showed us in 2014? I don't know. Or even in the last two tournaments? I don't know. I don't think so. Some of these were called due to their past experiences in the tournament, but to the extent how they will advance in terms of play, I don't think they will advance further. Like I had also mentioned about Modric, that Croatia team looks a little bit edged. I don't know whether they can still run, but we've also seen an edged team of that are able to perform on the World Cup. But I don't know if they will be able to give us that display that we would expect them to do.
Okay. Thank you, Ian. Please also share your parting shots as we. I think the next time we are live, we shall. The World Cup would have started already. Please share your parting shots and yeah.
I want to thank the viewers that are always with us, that always try to watch and participate. I encourage you to share the links, the videos, invite your friends to watch and participate, to share insights in terms of football, in terms of sports, and let's make a serious analysis, a serious one as in the background as it happens. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and following.
Thank you, Ian, and thank you to everyone that was participating in this show. Unfortunately, we were unable to have Shaban today. He had a few personal issues to sort out, and the rest of the crew, we lost them due to internet and technical issues. But thank you so much, our viewers. We really appreciate. We don't take your time for granted. And like Ian said, please share, like, comment, and let your friends into the conversation, because we are all stakeholders in this sport and we all have our opinions. This has been Unserious Analysis. I've been your host, Isaac Issa, and we sign out.